And launching on March 22nd, we have Jurassic World: The Legacy of Isla Nublar, and this plays 1 to 4 players and takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play. And this is a cooperative legacy game where players are going to be playing with asymmetric characters, each with their own special abilities, and they're going to be completing a series of adventures, controlling dinosaurs, dealing with certain events, and trying to build and expand their dinosaur theme park. Players are going to be trying to complete these different objectives within 5 rounds in order to win the game. And the way that this game works is that you're setting up this main island board, and the 5 rounds are going to be represented by these 5 round cards at the bottom of the board. And each round you're going to flip one of those cards up, and it's going to have a bit of instructions for the players to follow in order to set up that round. There's going to be different events that occur and different dinosaurs that might show up. The board's made up of 20 different squares broken up into 6 different sectors, and each sector is going to have a card associated with it. And these cards are found at the bottom of the board as well, and they are flipped face down until a player moves into that area, or if it gets flipped up for some other in-game event. And that's going to reveal the type of dinosaurs that are there and the way that dinosaurs are going to behave on the dinosaur phase. And those cards will also dictate the number of items that you can discover there. And once the round's set up, players take turns performing actions, and some of the actions players can take is to move 2 spaces or move a single space with people or animals. And players can also move into different buildings if they discover a building on the map, and that will actually move you onto a separate building board associated with that building. Players can move into a space with a carnivore, but that is a risky move, and players will have to roll a die to see if that carnivore attacks. But players can also herd dinosaurs to move them into different spaces, search the spaces to find items, rest to gain health, or trade with other characters, or perform special actions associated with their character, the building they're in, or different item cards that they might have in their possession. And after all the players have performed their actions, we move into the dinosaur action phase, where each of the discovered regions are going to get activated in order, and those cards are going to dictate the way that the dinosaurs behave in those regions. And these might cause those dinosaurs to move a certain direction or attack the nearest prey, and the prey doesn't necessarily mean a character. Dinosaurs can attack each other, even other carnivores. But if you do get attacked by a dinosaur, you're going to be rolling the number of dice that is associated with that dinosaur. Obviously, the stronger dinosaurs will roll more dice, which in turn allows them to potentially deal more damage. Players can defend themselves with different actions and by using defense cards, but beyond that, players are going to take injuries, and players can only have 2 injuries. And if you already have 2 injuries and you get damaged after that, you're going to be flipping these consequence tokens up at the top, and if there's ever 5 or more consequence tokens flipped, then players are going to lose the game. And the game continues like this with flipping the next round card, which is going to change the state of the game. Players performing their actions, then the dinosaurs performing their actions. And if the players are able to complete the objectives before the 5 rounds, then they win the game. I'm usually really skeptical when it comes to IP-based board games, but this one actually looks really interesting. It's not too complicated, but with enough moving parts to keep things interesting. And it does look like a solid design and a lot of fun. So if you're a fan of the IP, or if the game just looks like an interesting puzzle, this is definitely one to check out, and I have links to all these campaigns in the description below.